Hey, welcome back to The Average Kitchen. Today, we are going to review a Ninja food processor. This bad boy right here, the Ninja IQ One-Touch Intelligence, 650 watts. Comes with a dough blade, shredder and slicer, and this crazy gnarly looking blades. That is what we're gonna review. And that is what you're looking at right here. $134 on Amazon, pretty budget friendly. Comes with this, I'm almost intimidated to pick it up. Crazy looking gnarly blade here, can do some serious damage. Comes with this really cool dough blade, and we're not actually gonna use this today, but they say you can make dough in, what did it say, 30 seconds, Jamie? We're gonna maybe do a future video on using that. We're gonna trust the dough blade works. Then you have your reversible disc here for shredding and slicing. So as usual, and if you're a fan of the show, you probably know that we've reviewed quite a few Ninja products. We are not affiliated, we just happen to review their stuff. Little cookbook here, which is nice. Ninja Professional Food Processors, 10 quick and easy recipes. And here is kind of a cool little thing. It says Dough Making 101. Even though we're not gonna test it, I'll just say here it says pizza, pretzel, and bread dough, cookie doughs, biscuits, pies, scones, cake, brownies, pancake batters, etc. Pretty quick and easy assembly. You've got your shaft component here, the bowl, 9-cup bowl that just locks into place. You probably heard that. And we're gonna probably start it with doing some, and I'm trying to get the lighting properly here, slicing. So we got the slicer blade here. We're gonna put that into place, and we're gonna put our lid on, which I actually noticed has a bit of a water-resistant ring or like a weather stripping, which actually can probably come in quite handy. And then that slides in. Now that actually locked in really, really well. We have our plunger here. Now I gotta work ahead of myself here, but across the front here you have chop, dough, disc. And of course, being in Canada here, we have it in bilingual. So we're gonna start with chop. Okay, so that, interesting. So, may not have mentioned, never used this before. It's not a full unboxing because we didn't just take it out of the box to show you, although the box is right here. So I actually hit the wrong thing. So I see here, disc. So let's try cucumber. So that made very quick work of that cucumber. Okay, my only first thing I've noticed, a little on the thick side. This would be pretty good if you were making like a veggie platter, maybe a little on the thin side for a veggie platter, but if you're trying to make like bread and butter pickles or anything like that, that would be a little on the thick side for that. So first test, very good, very consistent. A few odd pieces here and there, you know, whatever.
You can't adjust the size, can you?
You cannot adjust the size. I do not believe you can, no. So we're gonna try shredding some carrots. So we're back now to the disc setting, and this might be too big. Oh no, not too bad. Let's try another piece. So let's see how it did here. We'll pop that lid off. So a few residual pieces left here, but overall, I must say, did a really good job. Now, myself, I'm not much of a baker, so I don't know. I think this would be perfect if you're making a carrot cake or carrot muffins or anything like that. As far as in the kitchen cooking, I don't know why you would ever shred carrots like that, but I'm sure there's a reason why you would. Overall, I think that did a really good job. So let's get this emptied out. So I'm still on the carrot theme here. So now I'm gonna try this gnarly blade that I don't think you need the shaft for. My mistakes. Now I'm just gonna throw in, I've got some pretty decent sized pieces of carrot. And I'm just gonna randomly place them inside here. And I'm gonna put this on. And now I guess we're gonna go to the chop setting, correct, Jamie?
I think so.
So let's see what happens here. So I think I would do that another time. So I don't know for a fact, but I wanna see what's gonna happen if I hold that chop button, because I see what's happening here. It's pulsing on its own, but it only pulses 3 times. So I want to see if I hold this. No. I don't love that feature. I like just being able to put it on, keep an eye on the consistency, and then turn it off when I want. Okay, so we're learning as we go here. Self-admitted, I'm not a big instruction manual reader, even though I should be. So I had just complained about the 3 pulses. So I think this is that IQ setting. But then I realized there's 3 buttons over here. Low, high, and pulse. So if we go to low, it stays on consistently. And then we can go up to high. I stand corrected. There is an option to be able to do that. So we'll pull out this blade that has pulverized these carrots. Pretty impressive. Actually, wow, we were just playing around, but I would say over pulsed the carrots. But if you're Amazon delivery probably. I don't know. If you're looking at chopped carrots, this is the one.
So the chop feature would be a way to control your level of chop.
Correct. Got some raw cabbage here. The one thing I'm noticing, and I don't think you'll be able to pick it up on the camera, but there's kind of like this, like it almost seems like the carrot stained the blades and stained the bowl. In fairness, we just rinsed it. We didn't wash it yet, but we'll see how that turns out. So I'm going to try to chop some cabbage and see what happens. So I got 4 chunks of cabbage I'm going to throw in here. I think I'll just do it on the setting that I normally would and just run the food processor versus the 3-pulse aspect, but maybe we'll try it on low. Turning it on might help. So the first thing I noticed is that there's a couple pieces just kind of stuck there, but
I wonder if the pulse
could have negated that. Well, let's try. Oh, it looks like it did. In fairness, it looks like that just got stuck on the wall there. As far as chopping cabbage, it certainly has done that. That's the one piece there that we saw on the wall. I just emptied this. I didn't clean it because we're still just running it through tests. I'm going to cut off some more of our raw cabbage here. So I should mention, and I think it goes without saying, but I'll mention it anyway. Jamie and I just chose some simplistic tests to show you of what this food processor can do. Obviously, you can probably gain from that information whatever type of fruits or vegetables or whatever that you're looking to process. I think this will give you a baseline to show you what this Ninja can do. So now we're gonna go with shred. So I'm gonna be limited to the size of the chute, but let's see what happens. So I'm gonna turn it on, and I think I'm gonna turn on the disc. I would definitely say that shredding cabbage is a little bit more challenging because of the size of the opening, not that big. Now, you probably could strategically cut your cabbage better than I did to give yourself a better shot. You can see that there is quite a bit of residual cabbage here. Inside, it's definitely shredded, and pretty consistently. So maybe depending on what thickness or how coarse you want your cabbage would be how you would choose on what process you would do to break it down. The cheese test, which we kind of dread because the cleanup always, anytime we've ever done food processor type videos, the cheese component is a pain because it's a real nightmare to clean. I don't know if I would necessarily ever shred cheese in a food processor. I think I would just grate it or slice it, but we want to show you how it would shred the cheese if it was something that you were gonna do. We're gonna go to disc, we're gonna turn it on. So it must have an automatic shut off, or maybe when you take the bowl off, maybe we'll try that next. When you take the bowl off, maybe it just turns off. But disc, la fromage. A couple little cheese balls here, but I can already tell Jamie's not gonna like cleaning that, or in between these little grooves. But as far as shredding cheese, it definitely does a pretty awesome job. And if you had to shred a lot of cheese, if you were making our buffalo chicken dip, Jamie will put the link somewhere, highly recommend it. Maybe you'd want to shred a bunch of your cheese in here very, very quickly. Anyway, that'd be totally up to you. Does an awesome job. So let's see what happens if we pull this off. So I would suspect after a certain amount of time, it must time out and just turn off. Jamie did all the dishes. Lots of swearing because of the cheese, of course. First thing I'll notice, this, and I do not know if the video will show it, this container is somewhat stained. It has like this pinkish hue, little Seinfeld reference there, pinkish hue to the container. I don't know if you can see it, but it does, as well as this gnarly blade also has some staining to it as a result of the carrots. So I don't know if that's normal. I find it strange that plastic would stain after the first use for carrots. So that's a bit of a problem for me. The actual food processor itself goes together super nice. Jamie did notice when he was cleaning, and I should take it off and show you, that you can see all the water stuck inside of that handle. So that to me is a problem. I don't like that. You can also see there's water in between here. Also a problem. I don't know if I mentioned it is dishwasher safe, and maybe the heat cycle on your dishwasher would help negate some of that.
Top rack only.
Top rack only for the dishwasher. This as well. This doesn't seem to have trapped any water, which is good. The dough blade, which looks like our other gnarly blade that we didn't talk about today, pretty neat, works the same, drops down inside, whatever. So overall, for the price point, this is a good product, but not without some concerns. The number one being I shredded carrots and now my bowl is stained. That's a problem. The water being trapped in the handle, to me, it's a bit of a problem. Some people may not care, whatever. So just for our own learning, because we did not do anything with the dough blade, and because there is a dough setting, we just threw the dough blade on, and we're just gonna see what kind of pulses or what kind of process it goes through. So let's turn that on. So nothing shocking, it's just on. But I'm assuming that it would be at an appropriate speed that would be consistent with making pizza dough or cookie dough or anything like that. That's our video. Hope you liked it. Leave us a comment, and I'd love to hear if anybody else has experienced this stained bowl. It's driving me crazy. But anyway, leave us a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'll see you on the next one.